So I just watched Captain America Brave New World, and I got some thoughts about it. So if you haven't seen the movie, drop a like and come back later once you've seen it. I liked this movie a lot. It's not like the critics say 55% on Rotten Tomatoes. It is a fun movie. It's not your End Game. It's not your Deadpool and Wolverine, but it's certainly not your Howard the Duck. It's a fine movie, and a lot of that has to do with Anthony Mackie. I mean, he plays Captain America to a T, and he's not trying to be Steve Rogers. He's trying to be Sam Wilson's Captain America. It's comic book accurate down to the T, and the costume is a reflection of that. Anthony Mackie plays an amazing Captain America, and he's just a light in this movie, especially in a movie where the writing is just okay. A cool thing about Anthony Mackie's character is his costume. He has a really cool Wakandan suit that has the same technology as T'Challa, where it absorbs energy and can spit it back. Another standout in this movie, Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford rocks. Unfortunately, he had to take over for William Hurt. William Hurt used to play Thunderbolt Ross in the MCU, but he unfortunately passed away unexpectedly, and so they had to recast, so they went with Harrison Ford. And I think it's a great choice. The two look similar. They're not identical, but they do look similar. And the gruff nature of the character is perfect for Harrison Ford. And honestly, I don't think William Hurt could have pulled off the Red Hulk as much as Harrison Ford. I mean, look at that. That's perfect. Could you imagine that guy with William Hurt's mustache? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, look at that. Nah, that just doesn't work. And the next thing we've got to talk about is the leader. The leader is the villain of this movie, and in the comic books, he looks like this. But in the movie, we got a very weird-looking leader. I mean, that's kind of a look at him there. And he wears a weird fedora in the movie that I just don't understand. It's just not the greatest look. He's not terrifying. He's not a super villain. He looks like a really creepy, I mean, there's the hat right there. He kind of looks like Cad Bane from Star Wars. And he's played by Tim Blake Nelson, who usually puts in a good performance. He's great in The Hulk in the same role, but he seems uninspired and bored throughout this film, which is sad because the leader is a great comic book character. And up next, we got to talk about Giancarlo Esposito. Unfortunately, he's not in the film for very long. He plays Sidewinder, a leader of the Serpent Society. And in this film, unfortunately, none of the Serpent Society has powers. None of the Serpent Society has to do with serpents. So I really don't understand why they would put this character in there. I would have just made him a new character, but that's just me. He's great. We don't get to see him a lot, and I think that's that's probably a result of poor writing, but at least they didn't kill him off, so they can use him again, and I would imagine he would come back for Secret Wars or Doomsday. We'll see. And up next, we're going to talk about Sabra, an Israeli superhero who's pretty cool in the comics, but not your Iron Man or your Hulk or your Black Widow, and she's played by Shira Haas. In this movie, I don't really know what the point of the character was. They didn't really do her comic book character justice because she doesn't fly. She doesn't seemingly have superpowers. She's just really good at kicking stuff because she trained in the Red Room with the Widows. So I think it's kind of sad, but who knows? Maybe she comes back in the future. She didn't die, so maybe she has powers. And yes, here we go. 82% on the popcorn meter. That's pretty good. That means the audience likes it. 52% on the critic review. That's just dumb. It's not that bad of a movie. All in all, I really enjoyed Captain America Brave New World. Is it perfect? No, but it's a great assembly of characters, and you should watch it.